So, as some of you may be unfortunately aware of, Orna has been looking a bit big recently. And what I'm talking about is the UI elements are just massive, especially if you're using a Samsung phone. You see elements are just being cropped off the sides here. Everything is just really squashed. And yeah, it's just very hard to use. I mean, it's not completely unusable, but it's not an ideal situation. So, I mean, the worst culprit is definitely in battle. So I've just jumped into a gauntlet here, and you can see I can't even see the enemy's health bar because it's hidden underneath some of the stats. Everything is just ridiculously massive. So what we're going to do here is I'll show you how to fix the problem. I'm going to leave a link in the description to the full guide, but let's just step through it right here in real time. So first of all, we need to jump to the Galaxy App Store. And the first thing we need to install is something called Game Plugins. The second app you need is called Game Booster Plus, which lets you tweak your apps, your game apps. So these are the two apps you need to fix the resolution problem. And what I understand from reading the article from Odie, this is like a screen high definition resolution problem. So we're going to use a plugin to work around the problem. And there was, I think, a WebView app solution to this issue as well. But like, that's about downgrading apps and so on, and that's like a very temporary solution. So this should just work moving forward. So yeah, once you've got Game Booster Plus installed, and once you've got the game plugins installed, you want to open up Game Plugins and enable Game Booster Plus. Okay. And now we're going to go back to Orna. We're going to restart Orna. And I'm back in the app now after installing the plugin, and I've actually done this on purpose. I've made things a million times worse just to demonstrate how the plugin works. So once you're back in the app, once you're back into Orna, I should say, you'll be able to see that you've got a new plugin running called Game Booster Plus. So I'm just going to open that. I've got it running in custom mode right now, and you want to select settings, which you'll only see if you open up the dialog here. So I'm going to go into settings for Game Booster Plus, and you want to turn graphics quality up to 100%, or really whatever you like, to be honest. In the guide, it recommends selecting high quality mode, and you can do that if you like, but you'll get the same result if you just use custom mode. So I've set graphics quality to 100%, and you can do apply to all games if you like, doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to have it apply to Orna now, and hit apply. And this will, it's just saying here, this will close all running games, that's fine. And now I'll just press back, I'll press back. Now we're back on the App Store here, so I'm going to reopen Orna. Look at that, super high definition. I may even adjust that slightly. You can see I have the whole screen back now. I have got my gauntlets. I'd even actually say this is probably a little too high definition. I might reduce it to 80% in a second. Yeah, that's probably way too high definition. I'm gonna reduce this to 80 now, I think, because that looks a little too crazy to me. And one thing the guide also mentions is to make sure auto mode is disabled. So if you see here, this is in the high quality section, there's a auto mode here. So apply the best automatic settings based on the gameplay data. Yeah, make sure that's not set as well. So I haven't actually set high quality mode. So I'm just using custom mode. And I'm going to go down to 80%, I'd say. Let's see how that looks. That looks about right. It's still a little big though. I'm going to jump to 90. Let's see how that looks. So we're back with 90. This looks about right to me. And you can see the advantage of the plugin, at least, is that you have the ability to tweak your Orna app to be exactly the way you want it. And like I said, you just need those two different plugins and apps to get it to work. Very important. Yeah, so Game Plugins and Game Booster Plus. Hopefully the video was useful to you. And if it was, I'd appreciate if you take a look at my Orna playlist. Thanks to Odie for putting up the guide, and also to NSA chatbot also for doing a more in-depth guide. So I don't know if I would have been able to get this right without that guide. If you're having any issues, drop them in the comments, or of course drop them in the Reddit guide. Thanks for watching, guys.